into the noble profession of teaching. The Trcn is the foremost regulatory body charged with professionalizing, standardizing, and enhancing the teaching profession in Nigeria. The council plays such a critical role in shaping the future of education by ensuring that only qualified, competent, and professionally satisfied individuals are licensed to teach in our schools. In conclusion, you are all expected from today, the inductees, I'm still talking to you, from today to abide with oath of practice. After this, you are going to take the oath of practice. You are expected to abide by it, not taking it here and leaving it. You will go with it. It becomes part of you wherever you are going to, which you have, you will soon sworn to it, as any violation of it, times, or any breach of professional conduct carries serious consequences and might attract sanctions under the law. Trcn is fully committed to maintaining the integrity of the profession. Thank you for listening, and may God bless you all.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that was a very brief and loaded speech delivered by the representative of the Registrar and Chief Executive of the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria. We are glad that you are part of this history, sir. I will pray that, inshallah, in subsequent years to come, Al-Hikmah University will continue to make you proud. Now, without further ado, the next item is the citation of the guest lecturer. But please, before that, if you permit me, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Khadija Odukoya of the Faculty of Law to give us a brief presentation. She's a spoken word artist. And one of the things we do here at Al-Hikmah University is to encourage our students who are making strides in public speaking, to give them the confidence, the moral booster that they need to excel. She's a spoken word artist, and she's going to be giving us a 2-minute presentation to celebrate our soon to be inducted graduates. Thank you.
With great respect, I greet our father, Babawa, the founder, the dean, the vice chancellor, our esteemed lecturers, honored inductees, invited guests, and every brilliant mind seated here today. I am Odukoya Khadija, a 300 level law student. Behind every successful child, there are parents who refuse to back out, who keeps praying just to see us at the top. Behind me, standing here today, there is a heart that finds it difficult to pour itself on paper, stubble, and keep rising. Behind everyone seated here today, there are silent heroes who taught us how to read and write. Behind everyone who stands out in society, there are those who first give us the go-ahead. Those who corrected, guided, and revealed what the normal eyes cannot see. You see, the silent hero seated here is the reason I am here. The reason you, me, us can read and write. These ones make sure that knowledge reaches everyone and anyone, not just somebody or someone. So today, I stand here to honor the superheroes, whose names are not always called, but whose work shape nations, whose hand model greatness, whose eyes see potential from a single spark. I stand here for the one who gives doctor a chance and give lawyers a room, who give leaders their false papers. Teachers, you all an unsealed guidance. The reason why every profession can speak with confidence. I stand here to say to the world, superheroes do not always wear capes. Sometimes they wear collar shirts, carries book, write on board, and shapes destiny. Thank you.
I can see the Dean of Law looking very happy, recording his students. Congratulations, sir. There's a popular saying that there are only two courses in life. I don't know if our students are familiar with that. Islamic studies and others. This is, sir. Am I correct? Okay, they say education and others. Because without teachers, there will be no profession. So congratulations to all the teachers in the room and to our leaders of tomorrow in the teaching profession. Now, I would like to invite to please rise while I read the citation, our distinguished guest lecturer for today, Professor A.A. Adegoke. Please, sir, rise while I read your citation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the young man standing before you, if you agree with me, is Professor Adegoke, who joined the services of the University of Ilorin as an assistant lecturer in the Department of Guidance and Counseling way before any of today's inductees were born, 1986. He rose through the ranks by hard work to become a full professor in 2002, and he served as the acting head of the Department of Guidance and Counseling, Faculty of Education of the Beta by Far University from October 1998 to July 2005. Of course, he holds the history as the longest serving HOD back-to-back in the history of the department. He served as the Director Center for Supportive Services for the Deaf, University of Ilorin, between 2012 and 2014. Dean, Faculty of Education between 2014 and 2016. He also served as the Director of the University of Ilorin Consultancy Services Center from 2019 to 2022, and also served as the Chairman of the Ilorin Admission Screening Committee and as Chairman of the University of Ilorin IGR Committee at different times. He also served as Chairman and member in a number of committees set up by the Senate of that university. Professor Adegoke was appointed by ECOWAS Commission to develop the first youth policy implementation strategy and action plan for the entire ECOWAS sub-region from 2005 to 2008. He was also appointed consultant to upgrade the review the National Youth Policy and Implementation Strategy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2007. Professor Adegoke also served in 2009 as a member of the Vision 2020 National Technical Working Group of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in developing the Vision 2020 for Nigeria. He also was appointed in 2012 by the UNFPA as an international consultant to help develop the National Youth Policy and Action Plan for the government and people of the Republic of Liberia. In December 2012, Professor Adegoke was appointed a UNESCO consultant on the project Strengthening Youth and Youth-Led NGOs Involvement with Family Life and HIV Education in Nigeria using culturally appropriate strategies. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Professor Adegoke was also appointed a member of the Advisory Review Committee on the development of a global Youth Wellbeing Index, sponsored by the Center for Strategic and International Studies, a think tank in Washington, D.C., in partnership with the International Youth Foundation, with principal funding from Hilton Worldwide. He is currently the principal investigator and coordinator of University of Ilorin Multidisciplinary Tertiary Institution Mental Health Research Projects. Professor Adegoke has been involved in community development programs across the country and has served in a number of committees within and without the university system. He has been involved in assessing and evaluating numerous candidates for associate professorship and professorship across many Nigerian universities and even abroad. He is a former president of the Counseling Association of Nigeria, CASON, and a fellow of the association, and also a founding member and fellow of the Association of Professional Counselors in Nigeria, APROCON. He is currently serving as editor-in-chief, editorial board member of more than 6 national and international peer-reviewed journals, including the International Perspective in Psychology, Research, Practice, and Consultation, based in the U.S. Professor Adegoke has shown leadership at national and international levels in his field. He combines a remarkable ability to achieve with the usual ability to rally people around. He is a strong believer in people and in creating the right atmosphere for people to attain their full potential. He is a committed and resourceful leader. And last but not least, and the most important, he is happily married and blessed with children. Please join me to welcome our guest lecturer, Professor A.E. Adegoke, to deliver the 3rd TRCN Professional Induction Ceremony, Award of Honor, and launch of the Faculty Magazine lecture for this year. Thank you.
Once I touch it, it will remove. The first side. You have to touch it. I know it. Okay. You might touch it. Slide.
Assalamu alaikum, peace on every one of you. I hope you're doing good today. Don't give up, it's on the way. You have to be grateful. Don't worry, Allah will come through. Learn how to smile every day, regardless how goes the day. Assalamu alaikum, peace on all of you. Assalamu alaikum, peace on all of you. Peace on all of you. I bring to you glad tidings. Listen, you gonna like it. Advocate of peace I am, regardless where I might be. This rise to share up. Toast to the good life, raise your cup. I know it's not easy on you, but with this face we'll pass through. Assalamu alaikum, peace on every one of you. I hope you're doing good today. Don't give up, it's on the way. You have to be grateful. Don't worry, Allah will come through. Learn how to smile every day, regardless how goes the day. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Let me begin first of all by saluting our father, who is the founder of this great university at this time. Let me also thank the Vice Chancellor for the opportunity to be here and to share with you a few thoughts in my discussions. Let me also thank the principal officers of this great university who are all present here. Let me also recognize the deans of the faculties that are here present, especially the Dean of the Faculty of Education, for putting all of this together. Let me also recognize our awardees who are here today, and particularly I need to recognize my dear friend and brother, former Dean of Education, Professor Drosaro. I salute you once again. You're looking good even in retirement. I want to also recognize today the inductees. This is why we're here, because of you today. And I want to particularly recognize one of the inductees, who is the Commissioner, the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Ajia Modibo Kawu. I salute you and I recognize you today. I also want to recognize all our royal fathers who are here, and all our professors, heads of department who are here present, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you again to this lecture. I have a very interesting topic before me, which I want to try and see how I can speedily go through them. It will be very important for the inductees and for our leaders as I take you through this very interesting topic that I have before me. Now, the title of my presentation, I was actually given a blank check by the Dean of Education and the head the head of department. So I spent time thinking through, and I thought that this topic will be helpful to all of us who are here, the inductees particularly, and our policy makers, our leaders in education, our teachers, and everyone will have something to take away. The title of my presentation is the Professional Teacher and the Challenges of Teaching in Nigeria. Turning around the falling standards of education in our public schools. That's quite a whole lot to handle, but we'll just try to speed through it. I believe that at the end of the day, there will be things for us to. Let me give you quickly a brief presentation outline. Hopefully, I'll be able to go through them. First of all, I want to look at who is a professional teacher. A lot of the time we talk about the teacher, we talk about the professional teacher, but who is a professional teacher? What is the role of a professional teacher? And then I want to look at the challenges of instructional delivery in Nigeria. What are the challenges of instructional delivery in Nigeria? And then a third point which I want to discuss is the strategic pathways for reversing the falling standards of education in Nigeria. How can we, is it doable? Can we address this trend of the falling standard in education? What are the pathways? What are the strategic pathways that we can do this? And then next, I want to look at data, Nigerian-focused data that is blended with African and global data. I want us to put ourselves in the context of, we live in a global village right now, so Nigeria is not existing in isolation. To better understand our problems somehow, we need to look at what's going on in other places. And I'm going to look at a few data. What are people in other countries doing with their teacher? What are they doing differently? Why are things working in other nations and it's not working here? And then finally, I want to make some actionable recommendation for our policy makers, for our teacher educators, for our students, and for our inductees. So these are the brief outline that I have. I hope I will be able to get through them. Now let me do a little preamble. The representative of the registrar of the Trcn has said a few things about who a teacher is and how important teachers are. But the professional teachers remain the most critical determinant of learning outcome in any society. If you want to understand how good the learning outcome in any community is, everything rests on the professional teacher. A nation rises when their teachers rise. And a nation will fall when their teachers are neglected. No society, and I mean no society, has ever outgrown the quality of its teachers. You see why we need to pay attention? You see why today is so important? And I hear the Vice Chancellor was talking about all the several inductions that have taken place. But I think this one is number one. Because, please go ahead and clap. Thank you. We have great teachers in this room. No society has ever outgrown the quality of its teacher. The learning outcome of a nation's children is directly related to the quality of its teachers. So I want you to have that at the back of your mind. So we really have no nation if the teachers are neglected. A nation cannot rise above the level of her teachers. So, but let me quickly move on. Who is a professional teacher? If I might interrogate that. Who is a professional teacher? A professional teacher is one who is certified and qualified in pedagogy and in subject knowledge. Pedagogy is the methodology of teaching. And then you have a content area. You have a chemistry teacher, for example. You have a biology teacher. So a certified teacher, a professional teacher, is certified both in pedagogy and in the subject area. Number two, ethically, a professional teacher is one who is ethically grounded. So there are ethics of the profession. And a teacher must be grounded in the ethics. Today, we have morality has fallen and people have thrown hard work and values to the wind. But a professional teacher must be grounded in ethics. He must be ethically grounded. He must also adhere to standards, and we're glad that we have the Trcn today. Trcn is established by law, and there are codes, there are things that has to be done, and teachers must uphold those standards by Trcn. A professional teacher must be competent in planning, in delivery, in assessment, and in classroom manager. A professional teacher must be reflective. He must be someone who is continuously learning. So you don't get your beard and think that is the end. In a matter of years, you will become rusted. So a professional teacher, inbuilt in the training, is to continuously learn and to continuously develop yourself. A professional teacher is one who responds to new trends in education. A professional teacher is a transformative agent who, by his training, is shaping the learners under him or her, cognitively, emotionally, socially, and morally. According to the UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, they identify the professional teacher as the single most influential school factor. The teacher, according to UNESCO, is the single most influential factor in determining student achievement. It is not the infrastructure. We need infrastructure. We need technology. We even need good curriculum. And all of this is important. But if a teacher is absent, no matter how good your infrastructure is, no matter even how good your curriculum is, no matter how good your technology is, we live in a technology era now, and teachers must also be digital. But UNESCO said something, and it was very fascinating when I read this, that the single most important factor in student development and achievement is the teacher. So you see why we must focus on the teacher. And I'm glad the Commissioner for Education is here. We must do everything to turn things around in this country. And the teacher is the focus. The teacher is not an accessory to education. You know, you have accessories in education. The teacher is the educational system itself. The teacher is the core. The teacher is not an accessory. You can do it without some accessory. You can have maybe a bit of infrastructure. But you can't do without a teacher. There cannot be an educational system without a teacher. The teacher, and I want you to take this home, the teacher is the educational system itself. And let me take you through very quickly what are the current state of education in Nigeria. Let me do a realistic snapshot of student learning outcomes in Nigeria so that we can see where we are and what can we do to reverse the student. WAEC and NECO performance records across the last 10 years, continues to fluctuate. The pass rates continue to fluctuate. And there are a number of persistent weakness in the results that we have recorded. And I took time to go through this in the last 10 years. Nothing seriously to write home about. There's persistent weakness in mathematics, in English, and in the science, generally. Also, our educational system today, foundational literacy assessment in several states reveal that many primary school pupils struggle with reading and comprehension. And this is data in most of the states in this country. The level of literacy, even among our primary schools, the standard has really fallen. Most of us growing up went to public schools. Today, our public schools are absolutely nothing to write home about. And the literary level, go to the primary school and try and see their literacy level. It's abysmal. Now, this is just a snapshot. I don't have time now to go to all the other details. Now, as far as teacher workforce is concerned, what is the current status of teacher in this country? How do we treat our teacher? Approximately, and this is data, you can check this out. Approximately 50 to 60% of teachers in some northern states are unqualified. This is according to UBEC. This is an UBEC finding. 50 to 60% of the teachers are unqualified. Nigeria still struggles with shortages of teachers in the STEM courses, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We don't have enough teachers to take care of our schools in the STEM areas. Special education also. Early childhood education, we don't have enough teachers. Now, in terms of infrastructure, what is the situation of our schools in terms of infrastructure? Over 50%, and I'm telling you this for a fact, over 50% of public school require significant rehabilitation. I'm not talking about just a bit of rehabilitation. Across the country, over 50% of public schools require significant rehabilitation. Overcrowded classrooms. What we have is overcrowded classrooms. Sometimes you have between 70 to 100 students per teacher in a class. And then, this will interfere. There's no effective teaching and learning that can take place. In those good old days, we have one teacher to 25, 30 students. Today, In most of the schools, you have over 100 students in a particular class with one teacher. Now, this makes things difficult. In terms of funding for our schools, Nigeria as a nation, and I'll show you data from other countries, Nigeria allocates 5 to 8% of its annual national budget to education. This is far below the UNESCO recommendation of about 15 to 20% that is recommended minimally. So our annual budget. So we really have to go back, to the drawing board. Do we really want our educational system to work? If we do, then we must begin to do things differently. Presently, the highest you can get is 8% of our total budget allocated to education. That's not going to work. In Ghana, for example, in Kenya, in Rwanda, they invest a lot more per pupil in their educational system. These are countries in Africa too. And you can check their statistics and their data. Globally, you have countries like Finland, like Singapore, like South Korea. These are countries that have sustained investment in education. Education is number one. And no wonder the country is moving and things are happening. So all of this we have to look at. Inadequate funding in our public schools. Public school funding remains insufficient. Teacher training is poorly funded. Teacher retraining, continuous training and development. In those good old days, teachers have to go for refresher courses, and they are funded, they're given opportunity to keep abreast of new facts. Today, funding is zero. We don't have funding in those areas. Learning materials are almost zero in many schools. Digital learning infrastructure is almost non-existent. Library and laboratory equipment is also not up to standard in our schools.
Thank you. And like I said, no nation rises above its investment in education. We can talk from here till tomorrow. We can do whatever we want to do. If our investment in education does not improve, then our nation will not get to where we want it to get to. Now, key challenges in teaching. Policy inconsistency, we also have that. We have frequent policy somersaults, frequent changes in curriculum, in leadership, in our national priorities, instability in instructional standard. All of these are challenges that we're faced with. When a particular government goes and another government comes, everything changes. Governance is supposed to be continuous. So we're faced with this issue of policy somersaults. We're faced with inconsistency in policies in education, politicization of the educational process. And a lot of this has not helped us. We've not been able to make the progress that we should make. Another challenge in teaching in Nigeria is what I call skills gap. People graduate. We have a lot of B.Ed graduates. People graduate in education. But there is a lot of skill gap. Their teaching practice, training in teaching practice is insufficient. The supervision is insufficient. Students come out and they don't have the competence. They have the certificate, but your certificate does not translate into competence. So we need to take a second look at this and make sure that the skills gap, that when we train a student as a chemistry teacher, that student really is able to do what he or she is trained for. Now, students need strong classroom management skills, competent in modern assessment approaches, digital literacy, and a lot more. Now, professional development. Part of the challenges we have also is professional development for teachers. Teachers, I mentioned that earlier on, don't have the opportunity to have continuous professional development because it is not properly funded, it is irregular. So for those of you who are being inducted today, you must continue to develop yourself. There must be continuous development in being able to develop in your field. Part of the challenges we also have is this poor estimation of teachers, what I call poor professional status of teacher. The teaching profession in Nigeria suffers from public misperception. We think that teachers are the lowest in the rung. In those good old days, teachers are the leaders of society. The voice of the teacher in the villages in those good old days, the community cannot move without consulting the teachers. Teachers are highly respected. Today it's no longer so. The teaching profession is relegated to the background and nobody takes teachers seriously. And this has led to low morale. The teachers are, you go to the schools, by the time it's 10 o'clock, the teachers are busy selling groundnut or doing something else. They don't have the motivation, the morale, and it's because of the attitude, the way we treat our teachers. We treat them as a profession that is not important. In other countries, as I will show you, it's not the same. It's not like that. Society has very low respect for teachers. In those days, the best students go to teaching. When you graduate in the university with a first class, the university absorbs you. We keep the best students to teach. In other countries, the best materials are the ones who go into teaching. Here, it is the ones who have failed all their O levels. The ones who are not, these are the ones who just because we think, but we're killing our educational system that way. And a lot of our teachers are leaving the teaching profession for other things. They take courses and they jump into other professions because of this low respect for teacher. In other countries like Finland and Singapore that I mentioned, teachers are one of the first 5 respected professions. And we need to reclaim that. We need to regard our teachers. We need to take them seriously. We need to take them as if they are the center of everything. And when we do that, things will change. Teachers face part of the socioeconomic challenges. The salaries are poor. You can see that. Welfare for teachers are poor. In those days, we used to have allowance for teachers who are posted to rural areas. If the commissioner is here, maybe that is still being done. But generally, teachers are poorly paid. And that's part of the problem that ASU is talking about today. The professor earns 500,000. I mean, what are you going to do with that into this? And you're expected to teach and do all of that. That shows you the premium that we place on our teacher. And no society can move forward that way. We can't develop that way unless we go back and invest in our teachers. Limited housing, limited medical facilities. Many teachers take other jobs to survive. They're either selling or they are making dresses or sewing because they know that their salary, the average secondary school teacher has 1 or 2 other things he's doing to survive. Now, all of these things are things that we must address. There are also challenges of technology advances in the classroom. Nigeria's classroom remain largely analog. Our classrooms are largely analog. There is low digital penetration in our classrooms. And this is the way, how many minutes do I have? 10, I will do that. The lack of affordable devices, limited electricity, and so on. Let me hurry on so that I can talk about the way out of it. I have about 37 slides there. At the end of this presentation, you can get my presentation and go through them for lack of time. But let me move on to the teacher as a change agent. And you're here today, we're inducting you today, and I congratulate you again and salute you. Despite all these challenges that I have listed, the teacher remains the most powerful force for our educational transformation. A single committed teacher can ignite a generational change. So don't wait. One person can make a difference. In my days at school, I remember teachers that made tremendous impact on my life because of their dedication and their commitment. So teachers can make a change. Professional teachers are expected to exhibit strong ethical conduct. I've said that. The Trcn Code of Conduct mandates integrity, discipline, fairness, and respect for learners, which is all there. The professional teachers are expected to exhibit strong ethical conduct. Yes, I've said that. Demonstrate mastery of their subject. Not just know their subject, but they are also supposed to understand that teaching is both a science and an art. The science of instructional design and the art of engaging human minds. Professional teacher must, as an agent of change, must be comfortable with ICT tools, virtual learning platforms, AI-powered educational aids, data-driven assessment. A professional teacher also should serve as role models and to help shape the values of their students. Now, turning this around, very quickly I will run through this, my way out, my strategic way out of all of this. How do we reverse this entire thing? One, TRCN must continue to enforce professional licensure for all teachers. And I want to salute you, TRCN. Continue to do this, insist. People will not like it. When this whole thing began, even the institutions kicked. But TRCN must continue to enforce it. Colleges of education and faculties of education must retool their curricula to emphasize practical teaching. Spend time in teaching practice. Today you find students do their teaching practice, they spend maybe 2 weeks doing teaching practice. This is the core of their training. It's not properly supervised. And at the end of the day, they are not good in pedagogy, technology integration, and so on. All of these things is very important. And we also, for policymakers, ensure that teacher salaries are promptly paid, provide support for teachers, offer medical and retirement benefits in a better way, introduce rural teaching allowances. A respected teacher will produce confident learners. And that's very important. For infrastructure, we need to renovate. And I'm talking to government now and policymakers. Renovate dilapidated public schools. The environment is really worrisome. You get into some schools, the roofs are fallen, the windows are just not there. How can anybody learn in those kinds of environment? Ensure that libraries and labs are functional. And all of my suggestions are here. All of this is very, very important. Make sure that the digital penetration in our classroom is improved. And this is very important. Strengthen quality assurance. Make sure that in those days, the Ministry of Education used to have a unit that does monitoring. I can't get what we call them in those days. I think I worked in that unit one time. What? You know? Inspectorate. That's the word I was looking for. I actually worked in the inspectorate for a while. And periodically we go around, inspect the schools, check the content, check the environment, see the teachers. I don't know whether that is still on now. So we need to strengthen quality assurance mechanism, get the inspectorate divisions up. It's a directorate by itself. And make sure that there is performance-based incentive. Get the community involved. Get parents involved. community school partnership, school-based management commitments. Let the parents and the community be involved. All of this will help. And in countries like Finland, like I said, all the teachers in primary schools have master's degree. They are funded and they are provided with, they have very high societal respect. They are one of the highest paid. In many of the Western countries, the teachers are next to doctors. They are highly paid and highly respected. And all of this for Singapore, I have some data here. For Rwanda and for Ghana, a lot of investment is taking place. Now, finally, my charge to those of you who are newly inducted teachers today. I have a charge for you, as in a few minutes you'll be inducted. Today, you are entering one of the most noble professions in the world. And I want you to settle that in your mind. It doesn't matter what society is saying or what people are saying. But the truth about it is that you are about to enter one of the most respected, most noble profession in the world. Your duty as you get inducted today is not merely to teach. And I'm giving you a charge, distinguished inductees. Your duty is to inspire your students. Your duty is to guide your students. Your duty is to shape them. Your duty is to nurture them. Your duty is to correct and to uplift your children, your students. And I believe if you do this, you will succeed in your profession. Conclusion, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria stands today at an educational crossroad. The fallen standard in our public schools are not irreversible. We can do something about it and we can change the situation. With professional teachers who are well trained and well supported and well motivated, the story in Nigeria, I assure you, can change dramatically. And all of this is very important. So therefore, I enjoin you that you recommit yourselves and dedicate yourself as you enter into this profession, and we, the teachers, can lead the educational transformation, because the educational system is about the teacher. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your attention, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Professor A.A. Adegoke, our distinguished guest lecturer for this year's program. I've been informed by the Dean that there is a little presentation for you to be done by the Vice Chancellor and the Dean of the College of Education, of the Faculty of Education. Please, Prof. Yes, Pastor Adegoke, sir. There is a little presentation for you to be done by the Vice Chancellor, assisted by the Dean of the Faculty, in appreciation of your coming and your intellectual contribution to this year's occasion, and more importantly, to the teaching profession. Thank you very much, sir. Al-Hikmah University appreciates you, and we pray that God will continue to support you, grant you long life and prosperity to continue your service for humanity. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our time is far well spent. And now we'll go to the most important aspect of this year's occasion, and that is the administration of the oath, the teacher's oath of allegiance to our about to be inducted graduates. Please permit me to welcome once again the registrar of the Trcn, who is here ably represented by Dr. Magaji Waziri, to come and do the usual ritual of administering oath of allegiance on our about to be inducted graduates. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. The MC have said it all. It is the ritual we're going to do now. They are taking you to another place that you have not been before. So, you actually have this paper with you all. You are writing your name there. Please, let us all stand. We are taking an oath. So you are not sitting down to take the oath. Stand up, all of you, the inductees, for the oath we are going to take. You have the oath of allegiance with you. You have written your name on it. I will read and you will follow gently with me. Where it is stated I, the dash, call your name. You have already written your name there. For example, I can say I, Dr. Waziri Magaji, then I will continue with the rest. So when we go to that place, everybody put your name. Don't put somebody's name else. You are the one that we are giving this oath of allegiance. We don't waste of time because our time has gone already. We are starting. I, your name. Do solemnly affirm that I will be faithful, loyal, and bear true allegiance to the teaching profession, that as a registered teacher, I will discharge my duties honestly, to the best of my ability, and faithfully in accordance with the provision of the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria. Act Cat T3 of 2004. That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions, that I will preserve, protect, and defend the dignity of the teaching profession. So help me God. Thank you.
Amen.
Good. You are a professional teacher as it is now. You will now change. Change it to the right hand side. To the left now.
Turn it to the left.
Okay.
Good. Your left.
Okay.
Turn to your left. Turn the tassel to the left.
Okay. Then, after that, please, we shall all remove our cap. We want to celebrate this oath of allegiance we have taken. Please, raise your cap. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip.
Wait, is it not after this one before we do the official presentation?
Yeah, after. So, are they going to sit down? Will they sit down? Okay. Please, we are still on it. We have told you The process is about coming to an end and very important. We have done that part of it. The next thing now is formal admission of inductees by Trcn Registrar Chief Executive. Even as I've told you before, I am representing my Chief Executive, the Registrar Chief Executive of Teachers Research Council of Nigeria. Now, just listen attentively. Having been found worthy in learning and character by your institution and having taken the teacher's oath of allegiance, I, by the power vested on me by the Teachers Research Council of Nigeria, Act 31 of 1993, hereby formally admit you into the teaching profession with all the obligations, rights, and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Yeah, we want to do a formal presentation of certificate. Yeah, we don't waste of time. We want to do official presentation of certificate. Because of time, we are not giving to everybody, just selected few. Then some of you now will come back to the university to collect them all. Good. The remaining certificate, we are giving it. Yeah. Good. So we will not tell them that one. We will collect them later. This one. Yeah. Yeah. So please, this is just the certificate you have taken an allegiance to. All the struggle, all the payment of everything you were doing to get the certificate for Trcn, this is the certificate. And just as I've told you much earlier, because of the time factor, we just choose a few to give them officially here. But later, all of you will come back to the university. Even the few people we selected to give them here, they will still come back to the university to collect it from the university. Thank you. We don't waste of time. Let's go ahead, please.
Teachers are great. Teachers are great. No controversy. When I say teachers are great, you said no controversy. Teachers are great. No controversy. If you can write your name, if you can write your name, thank your teachers. If you cannot write your name, you blame yourself. The government has provided an avenue for you to go to school. You blame your parents. Okay. I knew of somebody, his parents died, two parents, both the mother and father died when he was at age 3. But he became a professor at the end of everything. So you don't blame your parent, you blame yourself. Now, with the help of our Vice Chancellor, we have to invite him here to start the giving out of the official presentation to some of us before we invite the Dean of Education. Olaoye Fumilayo Bosede. Please, he says, sorry sir, we want you. So you go to him. When I call, you bring the certificate to you, then you hand it over to the Vice Chancellor to give. Yes sir. Olaoye Sheriff Okoyemi to prepare. Sorry, sir. Olaoye Sheriff Opeyemi. Oyelakin Fahidat Dolapo. So after this, we invite the Deputy Provost, the Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellor for the presentation. That is Fadilat. Thank you very much, sir. Shitu Anafi Ayila. To follow by Abdulrazak Shakiruddin Bola Kale. Abdulrazak. So I want to invite our guest speaker for the next presentation. Our guest, thank you, sir. Abdulatif Hajarat Iyabo. Abdulatif Hajarat Iyabo. Bello Ababatunde. Is our dean around? Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah. Yes, you are still presenting. Let me invite the registrar for the next presentation. The registrar. Not okay. Bossa, sir. Okay, I invite the provost of the university for the next presentation. Bilikisu Gimbiya Abdullahi. The next to be Oniye Halimat Yusuf. Hold it, hold it. Dean of Faculty of Education for the next presentation. Oyejobi Dorcas Damilola. Oyejobi Dorcas Damilola. Not around. Adio Awao. Adio Awao. Thank you very much. The next presentation will be done by Professor Paul Akinubi. Thank you, ma. Ismail Fatima. Ismail Fatima. Hamad Bilikisu. This one will be, thank you, sir, will be done by the registrar, the representative of the registrar, Trcn. Thank you very much. Teachers are great.
Thank you. Johnny just come. You cannot understand it. With time, you understand all these slogans. Thank you.
Congratulations once again to all the newly inducted fellows into the teaching profession. We pray that you become good ambassadors of the families from which you have come and of the university that has produced you and giving you this platform to thrive. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the next program is a presentation of awards. Here today we have 6 eminent and distinguished awardees to be presented with an award of excellence in appreciation of their immense contributions to the teaching profession. And first on the list, of course, is the Baba Oba of our kingdom, Arogundade of Lagos, Ashiwaju of Igumina Land, founder and chairman, board of trustees of Al-Hikmah University, Ilorin, Alhaji Chief Dr. Abdurrahim Amao Oladimeji, OFR, FNEAP, FSP, SP. And I've been informed that to receive this award on behalf of Baba is the Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Lateef Folorunsho Oladimeji. May I invite the Provost of the College of Health Sciences to be joined by the Dean, Faculty of Education, to present this award to Baba Oladimeji. Professor, supported by the Dean of the awarding faculty. You want to say something, sir?
Since you are standing for Baba, because of your commitment to academic excellence at Al-Hikmah University, your prime dream, which we shall continue to cherish, which we shall continue collectively to nurture, which will continue to mature minds for the development not only of our country, but for the global world. The Faculty of Education is appreciating this inestimable contribution to education and being presented this award in the almighty name of Allah. May God bless you, sir.
The second awardee today is a man of many firsts. He has pioneered so many things here at Al-Hikmah University. When I got admitted into the university in the 05-06 academic session, he was the pioneer head of department, later became the pioneer registrar of the university, the director of information, director of academic planning, dean of faculty, and now deputy vice chancellor, and now he is the 6th vice chancellor of this university. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Professor Lateef Folorunsho Oladimeji to receive an award presented by the dean of the faculty and the deputy vice chancellor. Oh, the bursar is also here to put in money. The DVC, sir.
Yes, we are presenting this award on behalf of the Faculty of Education
in recognition of outstanding achievement and contribution of the Vice Chancellor of the University to the academic progress of this faculty, and for his unceasing support to the current Dean of the Faculty of Education, who happens to be the immediate registrar of the university. There is no doubt the Vice Chancellor has made tangible contributions to this university in many respects. And this award is a well-deserved honor to recognize him for his invaluable contributions. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Congratulations to our amiable Vice Chancellor on yet another feather to your cap. The third awardee here today is our father, Professor David Olufemi Durosaru. I told you earlier that he served Al-Hikmah University, especially during our formative stage, and today he's been awarded by the university for his contributions to the education sector in general, and of course for our university in particular. Please, I would like to invite. Okay, I've been informed that our prof, a former dean, Faculty of Education, is an elder of the profession, a father indeed. Let me invite to join the dean, Professor A.O. Wairaji. Is he still here in the hall? Professor A.O. Wairaji, the dean of PG School and one of the foundational staff members of this great university. Professor Raji, please join the Dean of Education to present this award. Thank you. Congratulations. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Prof.
On behalf of the founder of this university and the Vice Chancellor, this award is being presented to our dear Professor David Olufemi Durosaro, in recognition of your laudable contributions to the development of the Faculty of Education. And at the time when this faculty was still emerging, you nurtured the faculty from Igbaja campus down to Ilorin. And all along, you have remained consistent in your contributions to the development of this faculty. So this faculty is appreciating you and your contributions, not only to the development of that faculty, but to the development of the university at large. So congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Congratulations. The next awardee is Alhaji Dr. Akim Adebayo Salawuddin, Managing Director, CEO, Tascom Plastic Industry Limited, is here ably represented by Mr. Kunle Anyatola to receive the award. May I invite to join the Dean, our mother, the Dean, Faculty of Nursing Science, Dr. M.A. Ibrahim. Please join the Dean of Education to present this award.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On behalf of the founding father of this university and the vice chancellor, the management and faculty of education, we are presenting this to our awardee, and it's being collected by his representative. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. And last but not least is the award for Professor Yusuf Olaoluwali, SAN. And to receive this award on his behalf is the Vice Chancellor, Professor Lateef Folorunsho Oladimeji. That is a hat-trick of awards for the Vice Chancellor. And to join the Dean of the Faculty, I invite the University Bossa, Mr. Hafiz O. Omoni. Now? Okay, the Dean PG School said the Bossa is being invited not just to present the award, but also to support the award with Tukushi.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On behalf of the founder, the council, the management, and the entire faculty of education, we hereby present this award to you for your unfailing support to the university and to the faculty general. Thank you, sir. You are. Okay.
The award for Distinguished Senator Saliu Mustafa, representing the people of Kwara Central, will be received on his behalf by the acting director of the Institute of Education, Dr. Hamid Olalekan Bolaji. And to join the dean to present this award, let me invite Professor A.T. Shehu, the dean of the Faculty of Law. Professor A.T. Shehu. Now, I had the mentor, Professor A.T. Shehu.
On behalf of Faculty of Education, Al-Hikmah University, I hereby present to Dr. Bolaji, Senator Saliu Mustafa, in recognition of his immense contribution to the development of education and nation building. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. And now, because of time, we'll move to the launching of the faculty's magazine. And to lead this launching is the founder of this great university, who is here ably represented by the Vice Chancellor. Okay. Let me invite the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the University Bossa, the Provost of the College of Health Sciences, the PG Dean, yes, and all the other deans here present to join the Vice Chancellor on stage to display the magazine, which is titled The Pinnacle. The Pinnacle. To display the magazine that is being launched, and to also do the launching. I don't want to stress our guest speaker. I would have invited him to also please join. But I don't want to stress Baba. And I also don't want to stress the representative of the registrar and chief executive of the TRCN. I would have invited him. I also don't want to stress the state coordinator of TRCN. I would have invited him. I also don't want to stress the chairman of the stakeholders forum. I would have invited him. But since they have all decided to come out themselves, I appreciate them. Please let's put our hands together for them. Are you tired? Don't be tired though. Now the microphone, after the group photograph, will go to the Vice Chancellor to, on behalf of the founder, open the floor for the launching. The Vice Chancellor is going to launch the magazine in 3. There's going to be a hat trick of launching by the Vice Chancellor as a recipient on behalf of the founder, recipient of the award, as a recipient of the award himself, on behalf of management. Yes. So, on behalf of the founder, 1, as the Vice Chancellor, 2. Aha! No, that is 4. That is a quadruple. On behalf of the founder, 1, as the Vice Chancellor, 2, as an awardee, 3, and on behalf of Yusuf Olaolu Ali, 4. So 4 launchings from the Vice Chancellor. Professor Yetisha, we said maybe we can go 2 million.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Like the orator has said, I'm standing in for Baba, the founder of Al-Hikmah University. You know, Baba loves education so much, and that's why he has taken us this far. 20 years down the line, we have Al-Hikmah University established, and Alhamdulillah, he keep on supporting whatever is the cause of education. He would have loved to be here with us today, but he is unfortunately absent. He has asked that we should launch this particular magazine of the Faculty of Education titled The Pinnacle Faculty of Education Magazine for the sum of 2 million naira. The university management, which I heard today, launched this magazine for 1 million naira. As an awardee and the Vice Chancellor of Al-Hikmah University, you know I'm a poor person. I'm not as rich as Baba. Me, I will launch my own for 100,000 naira. Then Professor Yusuf Olaolu Ali, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, our own mentor, who was supposed to be here, and he has said that he felt very bad. He's far away outside the country. He has said that I should launch this pinnacle for 250,000 naira. And I think I have satisfied you. Thank you.
Thank you, the Vice Chancellor. And now to, yes, Taskon Abi. Yes, sir. On behalf of...
Let me do consultation.
Okay, he said you want to do consultation. I don't want to... No, VC has launched on behalf of the... Okay, Deans. Okay, let me start with the... with the provost of the College of Health Sciences, Professor Afolayan.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are going to do a single block donation, provost and deans, and since dean is among us, is going to be excluded. All right? And we are going to impress her about our donation. And we shall decide this among ourselves.
I should not announce for you. Okay. Mr. Okay. Baba?
Stakeholder. The Stakeholders Forum is going to assist the faculty with the sum of 100,000 naira.
100,000 naira by the Stakeholders Forum. I've also been informed that His Royal Majesty the Olojuku of Ojoku Land has also sent in 50,000 naira donation. Mr. Rashid Oladimeji, I'm coming to you. Your donation. ₦100,000. Now, Professor Afolabi from Kwasu. Where is he sitting? Prof, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for recognizing me. Really, I will get in touch with the Dean, Faculty of Education. Inshallah. I will get in touch.
Okay, the director said he will get in touch. I don't want, okay, we're back with Tascon.
Sorry, on behalf of my chairman, according to what I was instructed now, he said he's launching the magazine with 200,000 naira.
200,000 naira. I know Professor Duro Saro is an AOD, and maybe he would like to announce something, but I don't want to disturb Baba.
Well, you have not disturbed me because I feel at home. But as you know, I'm a retiree. Retirees are not very rich people. We earn very poor pension. But that notwithstanding, the Faculty of Education here is my second home. The launching of this magazine is like a second homecoming for me because I launched the first ever magazine of the faculty. That was in 2000 and I've forgotten. Sorry, old age. But that notwithstanding, I would have loved to do more than I am going to do. But for other recent engagements, I am a pioneer of the University of Ilorin, and University of Ilorin recently turned 50. And we alumni were asked to come in and donate. And I also responded vehemently to that in recent time. That notwithstanding, I owe it a duty to still do my duties and obligation here. So permit me, and I want to say, don't be annoyed. I will want to launch this magazine with a token sum of 100,000.
Allahu Akbar. Dr. Al-Hikmah I've been asked to announce 50,000 naira on his behalf. Please make sure you collect the money. Mama, are we? We have the Provost of the College of Education, Oro, here with us, ably represented by the Deputy Provost Admin, and he would like to also announce the donation.
Thank you very much, sir. This is a very great honor and privilege for a College of Education, Oro, to feature here this very moment. And we are not taking this very uncommon grace, we are not taking it for granted. There are a lot of institutions in Kwara State, but the fact that my professor, in person of Professor M.A. Ayanda, that is being invited to colorize this occasion, so how important the man is to the institution. So on the basis of this, on behalf of him, personally, I will loan this to the tune of 20,000 naira to support my professor in person of Professor Mokala Arewu. He's a lover of this institution, and if I'm representing him, I have to show that he's my leader, and I'm truly loyal to him, and that is why I'm here. So on behalf of myself and my family, I'm launching it to the tune of 20,000 naira, and on behalf of my professor, he's launching it to the tune of 100,000 naira. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, everyone. Please, you can have your seats now. H.O. Bolaji represented the distinguished Senator Saliu Mustafa. Okay.
An undisclosed amount, but I will launch it between them and myself. Thank you very much, MC.
Our distinguished guest speaker, Professor Adegoke, has just informed me that he is going to see the dean and make his own donation to the magazine. Thank you very much, sir. No? Okay. Dean, I have been informed by the coordinator of TRCN Kwase chapter that he will be presenting the certificate to you so that the student can take the certificate from you after the program. Thank you. Okay, and then their license will also be issued later. It will be announced to you after the program, inshallah.
On behalf of Registrar Chief Executive of Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, I, Dr. Waziri Magaji, happily present the certificate of these inductees to the Dean, Faculty of Education. Just as I've said, you will come back to collect it from Dean, Faculty of Education. Thank you, ma.
And the license will come later. Please tell them.
The license is coming later. This is certificate. You have paid for the certificate and the license. The license will come later. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now to the vote of thanks by Dr. K.A. Tiamiu, after which you have the closing prayers and the anthems. Dr. Tiamiu.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I want to respectfully and with a deep sense of responsibility appreciate our Vice Chancellor for his physical presence as well as his moral and financial support. Thank you, sir. I also wish to make special mention of our Dean, Dr. Mrs. R.M. Oladimeji, whose transformative leadership has been a guiding force throughout the planning and execution of this program. Ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that the awardees being honored today demonstrated exceptional commitment to the advancement of education through their visionary support, community engagement, and strategic contributions to the growth of education. Also, our professors, all the awardees, all the inductees, we appreciate you all and we thank you all. May Almighty Allah continue to bless you. Thank you.
I would like to invite the Vice Chancellor once again for an announcement from the University Council. Okay.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The Governing Council of the University is very supportive of this particular project of the Faculty of Education. And we pray Allah to continue to be with the Governing Council. I had the opportunity now calling on the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, and she has asked me to make a pledge on her behalf, a sum of 500,000 naira.
I hope the Dean of Faculty are also taking note of the donations for the 10% after the program. Thank you very much, ma. I trust you, ma. Now, for the closing prayer, let me invite, Dr. A.A. Atotileto, the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Dr. Abiola ẹ̀yin yẹ àbí.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين صلوا على النبي.
Please note that immediately, we will have the anthems. Immediately after the anthems, you are to remain standing for the members of the high table to exit the hall and to have a good photograph outside the hall where there is this stand. May I now crave indulgence to all to please rise for the rendition of the Al-Hikmah and national anthems in that order. Please let all rise for the anthems. Thank you. Congratulations once again to all our inductees. Wish you God's continued guidance and protection as you go into the world to prove your worth and contribute your quota to human development. Yeah, there's going to be a good photograph outside the hall by members of the high table race.
Man go the hustle every day, so wahala. There is no dignity in glorifying Sapa. That's why no mean say make you go do pass your power. Hustle for daily to keep better pass fine bara. Hello mio, ma jackie sharu egbe. Láyé mi o, ma jackie mba won shashe. Shalom mi o lè má ló bọ́mọ jẹ́. Ọlọ́run mi o, àánú rẹ̀ mo fẹ́. Ọlọ́run mi o, bless my soul. Ọlọ́run mi o, end my struggle. Ọlọ́run mi o, Ọlọ́run mi o, end my table. Ọlọ́run mi o, bless my soul. Ọlọ́run mi o, end my struggle. Ọlọ́run mi o, Ọlọ́run mi o, end my table. Lord, I know I'm fumble. Raise me high on the stable. I'm tired of their crumbles. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Every single man wanna live a life of his. Poverty the saying, similar to bliss. Sakpa done to make men walk out with a bleed. All for the good, the ego money, solely not a piss. Real hustlers, I know it's such a legend. Stay afloat, I'm saying happy ending. I know it's that time that we live in real hustlers. We never give in, this is my little admonition. Adjective can never be an option. Pray for guidance and redemption. This hustle needs God's intervention. Yeah, allow Ọlọ́run mi ò má jẹ́ kí n ṣẹrú ẹgbẹ́ sẹ́. You know me, oh, Lord, you know me, oh. Ọlọ́run mi ò má jẹ́ kí n ṣẹrú ẹgbẹ́ sẹ́. Má jẹ́ kí n bá